Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. This is a Christmas, the last show before Christmas. My name is Tim.
And I'm
This
Veronica.
is Veronica. Our ministry is Crack Clay, building an affair-proof marriage God's way. Honey, is kissing important for marriage?
It's very important.
Is it important to do it your way or my way?
It's important to know.
Because I want to kiss you.
Well, it's important to do it my way.
Okay.
Well, because...
Can we practice
we
every day?
can practice.
All we
I can
want?
show you what I like.
I like
right?
that.
I can show you what I like.
Is kissing a good barometer of people having sex?
It is kissing, a couple having a healthy kissing life is a sign of a healthy sex life.
Well, let's start kissing. Let's turn that off. Okay. All right, baby.
I think they show up here for us to talk to them, not to cut off the
Yeah,
video
guys.
short,
Hi,
right?
guys. Welcome. Welcome to our...
So we're going a little early today. We had a wonderful time at
Christmas
church
party.
today with a Christmas party with our small group, which was fabulous. It's so nice to be plugged in again, isn't it?
Oh, man.
Last Christmas we weren't plugged in yet. It's
Right.
so nice.
It's so
to be
important
plugged
if you go to
in.
church. That's awesome. But you need to be with other brothers and sisters that have the same faith as you and share that.
And just live life with them, walking through your life with them, having people to take your prayer needs to. And we love that so many people show up with us every week and watch us. And
it's so awesome.
We want you to hear about Jesus from us in addition to marriage. We want our goal is to strengthen marriages, but our primary goal in life is to take as many people to heaven with us as we can.
And it's so awesome. Like wherever we go, people come up to us and just say, "Thank you for." I watched Crack Clay, and we learned so much from it, and it's so awesome. And we're just so thrilled to death that we're able to help lives and save marriages. Tell people about Jesus.
So, but even though you show up with us, go to a local church.
Amen.
Go to a local church. Get a good church that preaches the gospel. If you're in any direction, if you need help finding one, let us know. We'll see if we might know someone in the area that can help point you to one.
So tell me about that, sweetie.
And so tell you about what, baby?
About kissing. How's Linda that?
Sex and kissing.
Yeah, talk about sex and kissing.
Well, we're talking, last week we started talking about the top 10 ways, the 10 ways to work on sex from the book, A Married Man's Guide to Great Sex, right?
Because after we're done, I'm going to tell you how, I'm going to ask you how, if you received the gift yet from Jesus. Go ahead, baby.
So, we did 1 through 5 last week.
Okay.
If you missed it, you can go back and catch it. This week we're going to talk about 6 through 10. So number 6 is to learn. Learning is a lifelong process.
Even 50, 60 years?
Yes, even though we're newlyweds, we've been married 3 years. But even if we've been married 20, 40, 60 years to each other, we would still be learning. Because things change. Your bodies change, right?
Desires change.
Your desires change. Your stages of life changes, right? So talk to each other about your bodies and what you like and what you don't like, and discover things. And as your wife's body goes through changes, because if you're together long enough, her body's going to go through changes. Then in the child rearing years, the childbirth years, the child rearing years, the big M years. And on. And so her body is going to change, and learning how to accommodate her during those years. Just because her body's changing doesn't mean your sex life has to end. Just talk about what feels good now, what feels good in the present. Things are going to change, okay? And things may change in your body, in a man's body, right? And so you're always going to be learning about each other, right? Number 7 is practice. So naturally, after you discuss and learn, then you want to practice those things that you've discussed and that she says she likes or that he says he likes. And so, and some of it maybe changes, and that's where the kissing comes in. Some couples need to practice their kissing. Evidently, some men just assume that their wives like the way they kiss, and the wives don't. And the wives are too bashful to tell the husband they don't like it, and then it just leads to that cut off of communication. And they say that we find that you'll probably like, for men, this is talking to men, you'll probably like what she likes, but she may not like what you like. And so we find that when women are free to teach their husbands how she likes to kiss, then he loves it. So some women are really shy or bashful or intimidated about talking about these things with their spouse. So just talk to her and ask her how she feels, what she thinks about the way you kiss. And see, my husband is doing so good. He's making some deposits right now because my neck's going to hurt him.
We got proof I'm doing
it. There's video proof he's making deposits for later because my neck and arm and shoulders have been hurting for weeks. Number 8, take responsibility.
I love neck and
So, sex works best in a relationship when both people take responsibility for themselves. Even though you've communicated to your spouse what it is you like, only you know how it really feels to you, and you've communicated about it, you've practiced it, but still, when it comes down to it, you're the only person who really knows what you're internally feeling about it. So you have to take responsibility for yourself. You have to communicate to your spouse when it feels good or when it doesn't feel good, and then never get mad at the other person for sharing how they feel. Don't make it punitive if they had told you they liked something, then when it came to practice, if they didn't end up not feeling good anyway, or if you just didn't need a little correction. So you want to make it a safe discussion. Number 9 is negotiate. Negotiating is compromise. You can negotiate about differences in sex just like you can every other area in life. Sometimes you just need to make some compromises. Some people may like it in the morning. Some people may like it at night. So you've got to figure out what works best that you can meet both of each other's needs. And compromise is very wise. Let's see, what else? Number 10, expect change. You know what they always say about life? Change is inevitable in life, right? But in a relationship, it's a good thing to expect the change, because even what happens when there's no change? It becomes routine. And what happens when you have routine in life? You get bored. And what happens when you get bored in a marriage? The passion dies out. And when the passion dies out, then that's when your marriage is in trouble. You've got to keep the passion alive. You've got to work at it, right? You've got to work to keep that spark alive. And so change in your sex life is a good thing. It's a good thing. So work towards it. Keep it alive. Keep changing.
That's why it's good that, like we talked about, making that rendezvous. Get away. Go somewhere. Maybe that stuff that you've seen at home influences you in being intimate with your sweetie. Go to a hotel. Get that.
But and just like our relationship with God is new every morning,
awesome.
You can similarly strive toward a deeper, more intense love and passion and closer intimacy with your spouse by knowing that you'll always be learning and changing and discovering newness together. Make it a joy to discover the newness and the change in your relationship, in your marriage.
No matter how many years, guys. Okay.
It's so easy when you're a mom to fall into the day-to-day, and when you're a husband who's working every day, and we're working every day, and we're coming home and we're taking care of the kids and we're taking care of the house and we're trying to make things, keep it all picked up, and it's so easy to get stuck in that rut of just doing the day-to-day and not taking time to make time for the passion in your marriage and in your life, right? And I said last week, and in case you missed it, I'm going to say it again, ladies, this is a particularly stressful time. Most women are the ones who bear the burden or the joy, and we can call it a joy, but we get to be the ones to make most of the preparations for the holidays and Christmas coming up Wednesday. And it can be overwhelming because we're already working. We are already trying to be good mommies and trying to keep the house clean. Now we have to shop and wrap and cook and plan that special meal. And you neglect to take time for your spouse.
She doesn't wrap her gifts, though.
Don't neglect.
Thanks for all you do, honey.
Don't neglect your husband. Don't neglect your being a wife. And then
don't neglect your wife.
And then help her out. Help her wrap the gifts.
Absolutely.
Help her shop.
Thank you.
Or do it. if you are able to, my husband saw my overwhelm, so he helped me by having somebody come in and wrap the gifts for me, which was really awesome because I have a lot on my plate right now. So that really helped me a lot in my
Thanks for being
overwhelm.
behind every
So
good
we
man.
really
It's a good woman.
appreciate
Thank
that.
you for that.
So men, help her out so that she can make time for you, and women, don't forget to make time for your husband. You have to be intentional all the time about your marriage, but this time of year you have to really be intentional about your marriage.
Because Christmas, and that's the season right now, it's all about the gift. What is the gift that we must receive? Matthew 1:21. She will bear a son, and you shall call his name Jesus, for he will save his people from their sin. All through the Old Testament, someone had to take someone's sin, an innocent animal, and then the Lamb of God came to take away people's sin. And we can accept that by accepting that gift that God gave us through his son Jesus. That's the gift that God gave us, so that we accept him into our heart. Then he takes away our sin. And then we get to spend eternity with him. You know, there's Joy to the World. We heard about that today. The most popular Christmas song is Joy to the World. The King has come. That's what Christmas is all about.
The King with you.
The King is with you. Emmanuel says, Emmanuel in Matthew 1:21 talks about Emmanuel, the wise man, Emmanuel. You should find a king. Emmanuel says God is with us.
That's what it means.
God's not out there somewhere. God's not over there. So these people, naysayers, that said, well, God don't apply to us. He came into this world. We ask him into our heart. God is with us. He comes to us. That's the gift. Jesus, God has reached out his gift. When someone reaches out a gift and gives it to you, it's not yours until you accept it and give it to them. It's your gift. And when he gives you, he'll never take back. Once you accept that gift, Jesus, I'm a sinner, come into my heart and save me. No better time than Christmas. People are so receptive to the gospel right now. It is an awesome time to tell people about Jesus. And no better time to accept the gift of him. It's not about our presence, it's about his presence. Accept his present, his gift into your heart, and become a born-again Christian. How awesome would that be? Cracked Clay is all about saving marriages. Number one, saving individuals.
Or leading them to Jesus.
From wrath. Tell them about Jesus. Okay? We love you guys.
Okay, one more thing.
Absolutely.
We cannot neglect the biggest thing that's happened in Lynchburg.
We sure can't, because
you're not just wearing red for Christmas.
We're
wearing red for what?
That flame is burning bright.
Liberty
Put your
University.
sunglasses on, because the flame is burning bright today. We're the champions of the Cure Bowl.
Our first ever bowl game, and we won in our first year.
How ironic is that?
As an FSB.
That as a Christian, we're cured from our sin.
Right?
Thank you, Jesus.
Oh, that was good.
We're cured from our sin. We don't have that sin. We have the sin nature, but we're saved from it. We're cured from it. And our basketball team beat a team in Ohio called Akron University. They beat them. Akron was 9-2. We won the DC championship, ladies and gentlemen. How awesome is that? We are the only now undefeated team in NCAA here in Liberty. Next week, go Flames, we play ranked LSU. Then we begin our conference games. So guys, there's so much to be thankful for. We're so happy to be here in Lynchburg, Virginia. And we're so happy for Cracked Clay.
We're so blessed.
Okay, we love you guys.
We don't want to miss that the women's basketball
and look
team
at those red lips.
The women's basketball team also won a game yesterday and took home a medal.
I'm going to do some real celebrating, getting those red lips on my lips. Okay, we love you guys.
It's so funny.
We love you
All right,
guys.
y'all have a great Christmas Eve. We'll probably see you sometime on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day to tell you Merry Christmas. They don't want us to sing.
Wish you a Merry Christmas.
Bye. Let us know if you have any prayer
Merry
requests.
Christmas.